All right, we're live. Hello, everybody. Apparently, been talking to myself for the last 5 minutes. Not that I mind the sound of my own voice. So we'll see who's out there. If anybody's around, I wish everybody a happy New Year. See how everyone's New Year went. Anybody went out? A lot of people stay in nowadays. Which I don't blame them one little bit. I can't stay up till midnight. I'm in the Central Time Zone, so if I stay up to 11 o'clock, I feel like I've attained something as I watch the ball in New York. But midnight here, not happening. All right. Apparently all by myself. So if anybody's around, go ahead and put a comment in. I'll wait to see if anybody shows up. Yeah, this ought to be interesting. I can change my brand color. Let's see what I want to change it to. A little purple. All right, now we're purple. And orange. That's not bad. Okay. Let's change your brand. Oh, somebody's on. Oh, it's me. Well, if anybody gets on, drop me a note. Got almost 3,000 subscribers and no one's watching. That's pretty good. Well, let's talk to myself. So I've become a believer in shorts. I've had a couple of them recently, both of them multiple thousands. The stupid one I did for the 7 fishes got 6,400 views. And it was just goofy. This is where you have to learn to be patient. Patient. What bowl game is on? Everybody seems to not. It says Cooking Secrets for Men is live. Yay! So if you're out there, drop me a comment. We know who's hanging. Besides me. Apparently nobody now. I don't blame you. This is just more alone time for me. Lamp, painting, swivel chair, window. They want to see out. Let's see what we can. Ah, there's the Hone Bridge. That's the Lake Michigan, the Hone Bridge, and our beautiful gray sky. And nobody cares. Well, this is a little ego deflating, but what can you do? Kind of is the hand you get dealt. You got to play with it. So if you're out there, drop me a comment. Looking to chat with some folks. Just talking about New Year, what everybody did, what you have planned for upcoming on your channel. Trying to, anybody's interested, come on, and we'll chat one-on-one. Tell me about what you got going on. Hello. Remind me where you are again. I think you're in the Caribbean. JJ. I think I found you with Young Reno, the rookie chef, if I'm not mistaken. One of the people, or one of the chefs that was highlighted by Young Reno. Anybody wants to come on, let me know. Like to chat about what you have coming up. Regina, hi. Ooh, nice. What can you do with applesauce, Regina? Some applesauce company sent me Oklahoma, Gigi. Things made easy with Gigi. Lots of good stuff on Gigi's channel. Regina, I was actually wondering if you have anything applesauce wise. I was saying a company here or down the road in Chicago sent me a bunch of applesauce and try to use it in other than slathering on a pork chops. I know you can make different kind of cakes with it. Gigi, what you got going on coming up? 2023. And I think I'm going to eat it with pork chops just to display the brand. It's called Muller's. I think that's what it was. Oh, here it is. Mullins. It's backwards. So I'm mirroring. Mullins. They seem to be all over the place. And by a disabled Chicago police officer developed this applesauce. So I'm going to see if I can make a few recipes with that. One would have to be either a cake or a pie or something. Still working that out. But yeah, the easy one is to serve it with the pork chops. So they go nicely together. Or pork roast or pork loin or anything pork roast. Yeah, I saw those. There's some applesauce cake recipes. I saw one with zucchini bread and applesauce too that looked interesting. You know, and my wife is a big fan of apples, sautéed apples with roasts, with especially pork roasts. She's not big on applesauce. She'd rather have the apple sometimes cuts them in rings, sometimes in quarters, but prefers the hot and sautéed apples with it. So, all right, so I'll check that out. So everybody who's watching, anybody want to come on and chat about what they want to do in 2023? Let me know. Is that Teresa? Yes. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, I wanted to chat with you guys about a second channel. I know you have a couple of them. I'm thinking of doing that for my interviewing. Take that off of the main channel and put that on a separate channel. I just wanted to get your take on pros and cons of two channels, some of the things you found out that might be issues. That's what I was looking for to talk to you guys about. And then the one channel would just be for interviews of the people, the community leaders that I interview with cooking. And then this would be my boring stuff on cooking secrets for men. So that's why I was trying to reach you and tell Cam Happy New Year. Oh, Thomas. Let me see. Let me see how I do this. Invite. I think. Is that right, Tom? Good. I just want to just kind of have a little information. And I don't think one of the things I was told is you can't have the same video on two sites. So that's one of the things I wanted to check with Teresa and Cam, because I know they've got a couple of things that they work on. All righty. And there's Tom Garvey. Let's see how bad I've screwed this up.
Hey, how you doing? Happy New Year.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Now, if you're gonna run both on YouTube also, okay?
Right.
You need to mute it, but you also need, if you want other people to come up,
right,
okay, you can pin it to the top on the YouTube. Okay, just like you did here. But if you don't want anybody to come up and you just want to send them out privately, you can do it that way also.
Well, I really want to do one-on-ones.
Yeah. Okay. So
To start with.
yeah. So what I would do is go a couple of hours ahead. All right.
Okay.
All right, and pick who you want to come up, and then you can send them. I usually send on Facebook. It's much easier.
Okay.
Okay, and what they can do is they can copy, and then when it's coming time to come onto the show, okay, then they can just come into StreamYard and paste it, and that's how they pop up.
Good. Okay.
Okay, and so yeah, so I mean, like just now, if you just wanted me to come up, you could either send me an email, or email. Yeah, you can do an email too. I think it's easier on Facebook if you're friends with somebody on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, most of the people I correspond with are on Facebook. You and Mike and everybody else. So
yeah.
So great. So how was the new year?
Good. It's quiet. You know, I was on with George and them. And I played some music for him and stuff like that. And we really didn't do too much. I mean, we just hung out, and then it sounded like World War III here in Vegas. They had like 4 or 5 different hotels. I guess they put up different. You know, it's funny, Charlie, when I look out my balcony, I can see down into the valley. I can see the airport just about.
The Vegas airport?
Yeah, so you can see planes coming in and planes taking off. But when they turn around and they have fireworks, especially 4th of July, it looks like they're bombing the airport. It's nuts.
I haven't been to Vegas in, it's probably been 20, 25 years. And we were changing plane, not changing plane, but we were staying in Vegas to bring up more passengers and then move on. And I was surprised, and I don't remember this, but it's so close to the Strip and downtown.
Yeah, I watched an interview with a couple of retired pilots, and they asked if they, especially transcontinental pilots, they said, "What's the worst airport that you pull in?" When they named a couple of them, they said, "What's the worst in United States?" LaGuardia was one, and also I think Reagan.
Yeah.
In DC and Vegas. They say Vegas is the scariest one because you're coming in onto the interstate.
Yeah, DC is the shortest runway of any of the major airports in the free world. It's about 2 feet longer than what the minimum required is.
I'm gonna show you my age. Okay, I remember I was back in the day. I was driving a truck and I was crossing the Potomac when the Eastern Airlines went down. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was right there.
Wow.
It was, the scariest thing I ever seen in my life.
Well, I was supposed to go, I was coaching at the time, and my brother was a very good swimmer. And he was one of the kids. And we were supposed to go to a meet in Texas the next day. And I said, yeah, I can't really get on a plane right now. And that just freaks me whenever I go anywhere. Because the problem was the de-icing. They didn't de-ice properly, or it sat on the runway after they did de-ice, and that's what drove it down. So whenever I'm in a place where there's freezing rain or any kind of condensation that's cold, I start to worry.
Now prior to that, I haven't never flown before. Okay, so at the time I was working for Ryder Rental. Okay, and I would go pick up tractor trailers. They'd fly me all over the country. And drive back or bring it back to a hub, and then they fly me out to there. I never flew before.
Wow.
So I'm in Raleigh, Durham. And right after that, I guess Eastern had 3 of them go down. Oh, yeah, 2 of them go down. I'm sitting on a plane. I'm sitting there waiting, and this one woman come by. She had a train of kids behind her, and as she passed by me, she says, "I hope this ain't the 3rd one to go down." My eyes got like 2 saucers, and I screamed out, "Yo, waitress!" Yo, waitress!
When's the beverage cart coming by?
Oh man, I'll tell you, too much. How was your New Year's? All right?
Yeah, we had the same. Being in the Central Time Zone, I figure if I stay up till 11 and watch the ball in New York, I've done my job.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
So, I saw. Well, I guess the game ended not too much before that. The national championship semifinal, the Ohio State, Georgia game. So we were watching that, and then I looked at the clock and I said, "Oh, it's just after 11." And then we watched the remnants of the ball, and then went to bed. Yeah, I have to. You've inspired me in a couple of ways to think about what to do in 2023. And one of the things, and I've already talked to a couple of YouTubers, is do some one-on-ones, and just more like what you and I are doing, just kind of talking both about what you're doing on your channel, but also just getting to know you a little bit better. And I think that comes through when you're talking to somebody. Their personality comes through, how they think, more than the little shot you get from a blurb on a video or someone commenting. So that was your idea, which I'm stealing, but I was doing interviews before that. So
what I did was I watch at night. The way I wind down at night is I'll put on something that I would never think of doing, or just seeing what other people think, or how their channel works. Okay. And I am subscribed to a lot of people that probably stuff I wouldn't do. Okay. But it just intrigues me because it all revolves around food. That's what everybody has to eat. Okay. No matter if they're eating bugs or filet mignon. It's all about that. But I sort of got hooked up with a couple, I don't want to like to label anybody, but preppers or stuff like that. Me and you prep all the time. Prep our foods, go shopping. That's a part of it. Okay?
Right.
So I'm watching different people doing that kind of stuff, and I tell you what, very intriguing. Very. It's not, and don't get me wrong, it's not the doomsday, prepping. The world's going to end. Or one guy said he wears a tinfoil hat now. I don't do that. You understand? So, I watched that and I'm going to start. I'm getting a dehydrator, Charlie, this year, because I'm going to make my own. I'm going to make my own spices. I got a couple different ideas I want to do. Stuff like for vegetable soups and stuff like that. Why not dehydrate the vegetables and use them as their own thickener?
Well, do you remember Ginger did something?
She's one of them,
right?
She did.
I think it was powdered tomato or something.
Yeah. I'm getting ready in a little while. I'm doing my neighbor around the corner from me. She's the one who inspired me to go on to YouTube. Miss J, The Road to Good Cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she came over last week. She sent me she called me brother T. You like creme fraiche? I said, yeah. She said, I'm making homemade creme fraiche. Oh, okay. She said, now I expect to see that in a video. Oh, okay. Yeah, you will. So I'm making today. I'm making my keto noodles, not the Egg Life, but I'm making them from scratch.
Right.
But I'm going to use the creme fraiche because it calls for cream cheese. But I'm going to use that. But then I'm making with shiitake mushrooms and shrimp and some broccoli in it. There was a place in Jersey, right on the Navasink River, that used to do this. It's called the Original Oyster, and then make it with angel hair pasta. And I'm making with sherry wine, and I'm going to put a little, the creme in it, and do that. But it's going to be probably a 2-day video. So, but we're going to make it tonight. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff I like. Ginger made the tomato powder. You know what? You want to make something, you want to cook something quick. You don't want to run to the store if you don't have tomato paste or something. You use that.
Yeah, I thought it was genius.
Yeah, I mean,
I like to get inspiration from people. What did I see Mike do recently? Oh, he put frozen avocado in his gravy to thicken it.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. instead of using cornstarch or
cream
cream, or well, I would use the cream. I'm talking more like arrowroot or cornstarch or something like that. That would raise my sugar up in there. But I always used. I like to use the vegetable itself if you can.
Well, I had never thought of that. I've never seen it in the store. I mean, I haven't really looked for it, but it just made so much. And I love avocado. I mean, I eat it like an apple. So that just made a lot of sense. And I'd like to pick up ideas from people and say that makes a lot of sense. Incorporate them both in everyday cooking, and then figure out a way to steal it and use it in a video.
Now you talked before I was trying to get on. You're talking about applesauce, okay? Back in the day, I used to make a pork stew with applesauce and onions. Okay. You want to do it over your pork chops? Get in the skillet pan with your immersion blender. Saute down your onions. Put a little bourbon in it. Okay, and then drop the applesauce in there, and cook it all down, and use that as your gravy for your pork chops, rather than just smear it on top.
That's interesting. Well, this guy where's this? Mullins applesauce. I think they have out in Vegas. It's got a couple. It's Amazon and Food Lion and Meijer and Piggly Wiggly, Walmart. Anyway, so I mean, it's just one of those guys. Everybody who's on YouTube gets stuff from people all the time, and so
nobody likes me.
Use it. With that, I don't want to get paid because I don't want to. I've decided that I really don't want to get paid with all this stuff. I mean, I don't want to do Amazon associates. I don't want to do any of that stuff. So I like to promote. I want someone, and if they put it on their channel or their website, check us out. Great. If not, then just shrug.
And see that was the whole premise of me. I was going to start it on Fridays, but now I'm more intrigued about doing live cooks.
Yeah.
That seems to be where I want to head. And if I don't have anything to cook, I'm going to do a couple interviews and stuff like that.
When do you think you might do one? Because I need to steal your ideas.
I am probably. I was shooting for the 8th. Around that point, but I'm going to. I might hold off in the middle of the month. I had some camera issues and some lighting issues that I'm working with, and see right now I got too much light and it looks like I'm washed. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get because of the background.
Right.
Okay. Once I put that on there, see how the background goes.
Yeah.
So put that light back on, please. And then, so I got to get some kind of shade or something over me or whatever. I feel like pale face.
Well, I'm supposed to be doing somehow. I've been found out as a YouTube chef here in my building.
That's good though.
Well, it isn't. Yeah, I mean, so that's where I do all my interviews here, and people come and have started to watch when they come in. It's Saturday mornings we do them. But they. The person who runs the social, she's a social person, calendar, wants me to do a cooking class. She said, you should come do a cooking class. And then she starts naming all this. Well, you can do appetizers and you can do this. And I said, you can't just snap your fingers and then, just do appetizers. It just doesn't happen that way. There's some work depending on what it is. So I have in the past, I've made a Valentine's dinner.
All right. Shut that music off.
It's a 10-minute thing. It's sauteed spinach, canned black beans, and a piece of fish layered on top, all on top. And you can make it all at the same time in 10 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do. So we have this huge television in the community room. 100-foot square. I don't even know how big they are. It's pretty big. And so what I want to do is, because the way the kitchen is set up, my back would beat everybody. So I'm going to connect to the big screen, but I also wanted to live stream it. So I've been working, got an AV guy helping me trying to do both.
The other day.
Because I can't, I can't do both from the same camera. So I got to figure out what I'm doing. And I'd be interested in seeing how you make it work.
You got to be careful of the delay. Okay. So if you're going to run it on YouTube, it'll pop up on YouTube. Okay. But if you're going to I do everything on StreamYard. I don't know how to operate YouTube lives.
Right.
I don't know how to operate that. StreamYard seems to work out easier for me. What you can do, Charlie, is you can on StreamYard here, you can pre-record it and set it up as a live. Okay. And then you can set it up as a premiere. And as it goes off, you can also answer the chat at the same time.
That's okay. That's interesting because that makes sense. That's why I talked to you. Because that's why I wanted to find out about your live chat, because you can't cook and answer the chat at the same time.
Right. So what the other thing I was going to do was shut the chat off. Okay. Until I was done, and then open up the chat to see who was in it. Sometimes you lose people with that. It depends on what you want to do. If you just want to present it as a cooking show and take the chance of who's there and who sticks around for it the whole bit without the chat, because I used to get mad going on somebody's live and they wouldn't acknowledge me being there. You know, here I am. I'm taking the time watching your video.
Right.
And I said hello 3 or 4 times. And you don't come back to me. I give them the old Jersey salute and I walk away. You know. So, but that's bad business right there. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
Music Logic.
So I'd be interested just to see the process and this how everything is put together, because this is the first one I've done. I do want to do some live, but you know, maybe I'm trying to do too much by doing both the cooking show for my building. They're inviting basically the building to come. Whoever wants to, and I'm cooking. They're going to make reservations. I'll cook ahead of time for the masses, and then cook the live thing.
So if you set it up to where you're recording it, okay,
right,
and your audience is getting to see the live right then and there, okay, so they're watching it as you record it, okay,
right.
Then once you record it, they're gone, but once you put it up, they'll be there, just like they do a regular cooking show.
So the other I understand that. So the problem that I've run into is that there's so much feedback with the microphone for the camera. So I've had to turn off both the sound on the television and the sound on the camera. So which makes it there's no feedback, but there's also no sound. So doing that, I guess I could just narrate the live. No.
Well, hold on. You can go in. You can set up in your live. I'm sorry, in your recording for StreamYard. Okay, and there's a thing that says audio and camera. Okay, so you can set up exactly what microphone you want to use.
Let's acknowledge Brian. How's it going?
Hey, Brian, how you doing? Yeah, you can. I mean, you could set up there. See, these things from over the years wearing headphones all the time drives me nuts, my ears and stuff like that. So I bought these things. Okay, it has a microphone set up in it. But if I do StreamYard or if I do a live, I can't hear you on this. It doesn't pick it up on a Bluetooth. So the Bluetooth just works for my device.
Right.
What's on my device, and that's not what's coming in. Okay, so I have to. I tested the other night. I played the drums on for 805 in them, and I had such a hard time blending everything together because there is a delay. Each device you set up, there's a delay. So if you have, I see. That's why everybody says, "Well, I don't want to get monetized." No, bullcrap. I want to get monetized because you know what? My time, what I spend all day long trying to get set up things, you know what I mean, to get it going. I'm in this chair 8-9 hours,
right,
trying to get it all to work. All right.
You know, I was laughing because the live stream that we did with the GoPro and stuff, there was about a 30-second delay.
Oh, big time. Yeah, I'm watching.
It was unbelievable because I had it on YouTube in my phone, and the GoPro, you have to send the GoPro through Wi-Fi through the phone, and then I was projecting that up to the television just to see, we're just goofing around. But the delay had to be 30 seconds.
Oh, big time. Yeah, because you were sitting, you sat back down again, all right, and I could hear it on the TV, and you're looking at the guy like that. What the hell's going on? All right, but that's the difference of delay. Now this thing I use, okay, it's like a GoPro type of thing, okay, right. And on the side I have an external input for external mic that it has. So what I've been doing now is I have a longer USB cable. Okay. So what I'll do is I can plug this into my phone here and use this as another camera.
Okay.
Right into my computer. So whenever you're doing this, whatever source, I use my laptop. So I do believe the 5th, I got to get a hold of Drunken Chef Barbecue. He wants, I did a live with him, and January 5th is supposed to be Keto Day, National Keto Day. So he wants me to host it on my channel, and we're going to do another live cook. Okay. So I got to get a hold of him to see if he's still up for it or not. It's no big deal if we don't.
Now, is that a national holiday in your house or just a regular holiday?
I didn't even know. No, he let me know, but I had no idea.
So is there a delay when you use the second camera?
No.
Okay.
No, because I'm going right into the source. So in other words, the Bluetooth's not working on that. It's a direct line, just like it would be for my other camera, the camera I'm on right now. Okay. There's a Logitech.
Right.
Okay. That's where you run into problems with the microphone, because the external camera that I have right now, the webcam, that also has a microphone on it. So I got to kill that microphone to use this, because I have what they call an interface.
Yeah. That's last time that we tried to do this and I couldn't hear you. You couldn't hear me. That's because I was using a USB with a headphone jack, and so that cuts the computer off. And anyway, so okay, so
each component that you put in there puts a delay on it.
Right, so that's why I'm trying to make it as simple as possible, so there's less chance of me screwing up.
If you ever notice, like a newscast or something like that, and when they're getting ready to go back to the studio, they'll say, "Okay, Chuck." Okay, that's the signal to let them know that he's done.
Right.
So they don't step over everybody.
Lester, I said to the Lester Holt, they whoever is doing. I watched the NBC, and they always end up there, whatever they're saying. They said Lester.
Okay, because actually back in the day that came from using a regular, like a two-way radio.
Right.
That's why they do that. Yeah, but if you do everything through, if you're trying to do the broadcast through your camera or through your phone, it drives me nuts too, Charlie. A lot of people will use their phone, okay, and you'll hear a background noise. Okay, because at the bottom there is exactly where the speaker is and the microphone's in the same spot. So as they're talking, and then I talk back to them, you're getting that microphone's right there. So you get that double feedback. So that's why it's important for people to use a phone to use a jack. Plug the headphones in, so you don't get that feedback coming back out of the phone again.
Yeah, I think that's what I was getting all this via. So I bought a 50-foot HDMI cable.
Okay.
I ran from the back of the television to my camera, so that gets rid of all the delay and everything, but it also invites feedback from the camera, which is the microphone.
So you got to put that. You got to put that into that. First of all, you got to put the camera into the computer, and then from the computer to the TV.
Okay.
To get the picture, you want everything. You want one control panel. You want one control.
Right.
And that's through your PC. That's where you control everything. So what you're doing, you're getting feedback because you're still getting a delay because it's going to your TV, Bluetooth to the TV, and the TV to your computer. So you're getting a feedback from that. Try reversing it. Go camera to your PC and a PC to your big screen.
They love me here because I'm down there in that community room with all this equipment set up, and it's supposed to be a community room, and it's apparently just my AV room. But the people that are here know what I do and are fairly tolerant. So I have to go down and then I'm going to investigate doing the trying to work it out through the computer too. And I'm thinking of getting a new computer, just a more high end that might work because I've got some issues with the headphone jack doesn't work.
Okay.
There's something in there or something. I can't figure it out. So, and if you take it in to get it fixed, they said, well, it's within the entire board.
Yeah. So I bought a USB plug-in. So I go from, I got a bar. You can fit 4 of them, 4 different USBs in there. So I got from my camera, from my phone. Okay. For my camera. Okay. And then it goes into the computer itself. So what I'll do is I have a extended cord from my webcam. So I put up on a pole. See, I try to be as frugal as I can. Okay. So Marie saves the coffee containers. Okay. I spray them black. I got PVC pipe. Okay. And I hook my camera up.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Or I can stick my camera in the top here and I can just move this around. So I can pick it up and I can go over and it's filled with rocks.
So welcome to PBS Technical Show, everyone.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Norm.
I like that. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, I have a bunch of them that I do. Matter of fact, I'm working on a boom right now from a stand, and I have extra. I just got to straighten up the legs a little bit so I can, as I'm cooking, I can step back and swing from where I'm cutting something and swing the camera around over to the stove.
So I think just the things that you have come up with, whether you've borrowed them from somebody or you saw them on YouTube or something, they make so much sense. They're helpful and they're very low cost things to do that would help people do their do some more lives or and increase the viability of their videos, because what you're talking about is perfect because it you got to move the camera and it shakes and
I am the furthest. I'm getting to be technically savvy. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. I must have hiccups or something, but just from trial and error, because I like it to be right. Okay. If I was going to be like a knucklehead and just some of my editing is horrible, because that's why I narrate over now, because for me to cut something out of it, then I'm cutting out my conversation.
Right.
So what I can do is I do what I got to do. Plus I don't never shut music off in my house. Music's constantly playing. So a couple videos I did, I had to take down because copyright. Not that they were going to shut me down, but I don't want no waves. So let me do it the right way and go from there. So now with the narration over it, I can talk more relaxed, get my point across a little bit more, and do it that way. That's why I was saying what you want to do with your building and the people come in there live, tape it, put it up. You can go on StreamYard and you can go as long as you want with it. Okay. And then, then you can even edit it if you want to go through that aggravation. You know what I mean?
Edit it through.
You can take that and you can load it into your whatever program you have for editing.
Hello, Karen.
Yeah, so you can
We're doing it's. This is Tech Talk on YouTube.
Hi, Karen. This is important. This is important stuff for guys like us. You know what I mean? I don't want to take nobody's thunder and this and that. And with me doing keto, I'm at this point now. June, I'll be going into my 3rd year doing this. Okay, So I got myself to the point now where I can dabble a little bit more. That's why I went a little curve into Mediterranean and stuff like that.
Right.
And seeing the prices of stuff different ways. Now I have another channel that has 19 subscribers on it. It's called remember what the hell's it called again? Oh, Seniors Food and Life.
Now, is that connected to your other channel?
No. But what I do is I use videos from there. And I just change the wording. So you'll see some of my older videos, the same thing I'm doing for keto cooking. Okay. But I changed for Seniors Food and Life. So the premise of that channel is our age and how we shop, what we cook, how to save a little bit of bucks here and there, and keep moving. So I let it go a little bit, but this year I'm diving into it. I'm going to do at least maybe one or two a month.
Tell me the name again. Seniors
Food and Life.
Because that was one of the questions I was asking. I'm hoping to get Cam and Teresa, because they have a couple of channels. Well, the pros and cons of having two channels, and you can have the same video if you change the name or change the title.
Yeah. I don't see why you couldn't. I mean, I have never had a problem with it. Okay. In fact, some of the videos I put in even talks about keto, and I say, hey, listen, I'm on a ketogenic lifestyle, and my wife Meg's Mystery. We both have other channels, but together, one video I showed up. I got to go out to the lower 40 and check on our crops. Okay. So I walk out to my balcony and there's, a little tray of stuff that we're growing. So
yeah. Southern Maryland in the house there, Lance.
Hey Lance, how you doing, buddy?
I was worried that you couldn't just put a video on both channels, because I want to have a separate interviewing channel. I want the interviews to be separate.
What I did was I was making why I was trying to make two, because I was trying to get Marie involved. Basically, what I was trying to do, and that's exactly how she started with the stories, doing stories. Well, this is what I want to do. I said, okay, fine. So it was just an idea. I went shopping one day, Charlie, and I said, you know what? And I'm jumping ahead of myself. If I look on keto cooking, all right, my base is between 24 and 35. I can't figure that one out. Who wants to watch some old crotchety old guy cooking? You know what I mean? Obviously they do. Okay. But there's not many people our age that look for, you know what it is? If there is on there, you see people sitting in the chair like this. So I said, let me give it a shot. Let me just see what happens. And I got some pretty good feedback on it. Like I said, I didn't really pay that much attention to it, but I have a different mindset now how I want to spin it around. So we're going to give it a shot. But you can incorporate, hey, check on Cooking Secrets for Men. We got something coming up, and vice versa,
Yeah, because it's my son's been after me to do it, and I said I don't understand the difference. I don't understand how you do it or the pros and cons of it. So that's why I'm trying to ask people who have multiple channels.
It's more work.
Yeah,
that's for sure. That's why I was making one video and splitting them. Okay, gotcha. So I would have to overdub. I would have to cut out, keto. I don't mention keto a lot in my videos to begin with, just in the beginning, okay, and then towards the end. So you don't see that throughout right. The video, just for that reason, okay. So then when I would start my other video, I would start, seniors cooking, blah blah blah, whatever. In fact, I don't even know how the hell they start anymore. But I haven't paid that much attention to it. But more, you can do more, especially now with the shorts coming in February. Now you can start getting paid for your shorts. You need 10 million, but I mean, before you start getting paid for it. But if you do it on two channels, can't go wrong.
Right. So I became a believer in shorts because I put up 2 around Christmas, and they got like 6,000-7,000 views, and I was like, on this stupid thing.
Oh, Charlie, I got one that has 163,000.
Well, to me, it was just astounding that so I said, okay, I'm a believer now. I'll do more shorts.
Yeah. I mean, I see right now, I like that remix they have on the phone for your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't show up on the computer. It won't show up it's only made for the phone.
Right.
Okay. So I took one from a year ago and I made a short out of it. That's me talking, saying that I could never go on Mediterranean. I can never do it. Okay. And I said, well, see what happened. See what a year does. Okay. If actually it was January 1st of last year. So I put that short up, and the short, I don't know how much it got. Okay. But my video, the old video, had 81 views on it. Okay. And as of today, it's got 96. So it's drawing people back to it.
Right.
Not a lot, but it's drawing people back to it. And also, since now that I'm monetized, it'll boost that up because most of my older ones have zero on it. I don't care if it's 2 cents. Okay. That's what my goal was, to get everything working. Not that we're going to make millionaires or whatever. So everybody waits for that one viral video, you know what I mean, to go out and become the YouTube creator of the year. But no, that's not going to happen. But just to generate, so you don't feel like you're wasting your time, basically.
Lance, are you okay in there? Lance is having some issues, I think.
Yeah, Lance had some eggnog. I know one time he was drinking bourbon, then mixing it with some eggnog and had some beer, and the next thing I see him like, good night.
I actually, as I'm thinking about your technical advice, one of my thoughts was, if I'm going to turn down the sound, I am just going to overdub it. I'm going to record it and overdub it, and not worry about. I may do a live or with my voice intro, but the actual cooking and then everything would be with just an overdub.
Yeah. See, this year I'm going to. In fact, I already started with the intro and stuff like that, because when I recorded from my computer.
Right.
And that was recorded in mono and stayed in mono. So if you're watching with headphones on, okay, you hear one side, and then you hear the music on the other side. So it was very, like I said, I have making videos was the furthest thing from my mind, going on 2 years now. So,
sure.
But learning and just from listening to different people, that's why I also like to watch. Not so much the editing, cutting in and out and stuff like that, but how you bringing things over. The lighting is a big to do. And Charlie, I don't know about you. How do you feel about watching people taste their food at the end?
Yeah, I do occasionally. It depends on what it is. If you watch cooking shows, a lot of them do it.
Yeah.
The Lydia Bastianich. There's a couple of them. Lydia's my secret crush.
Don't go there, baby. Don't go there. Don't let me know you're with her, baby. I love her to death.
Let me taste it for you. I used to. It was on every Saturday morning, and I used to on PBS, and I would watch it and record it and rewatch it. But sometimes, yeah. If the video's not too long for me, and it's interesting, and I don't think I have a real good shot of the food itself, then yeah, I'll do it. And also in all our interview videos, we eat at the end too, but that's more just a wrap up, and so it's more happenstance than anything. We're just sitting there jib jabbing.
I think personally, I think it's important because you made somebody sit through a 13-minute video, okay, just to say, look, ain't it nice, and put it down, okay. So, especially what I'm doing. See, I'm the furthest thing from the typical keto guy. I'm the furthest thing from a keto channel. Okay, everybody else shows what they buy, how they, you know, making stuff, what they eat a day and everything like that. I don't do that stuff. I just, what you see is what you get as far as what I make, and it's all whole foods. I don't anything out of a box. So that's going to be my theme this year. And I had one person tell me, "Why don't you drop the keto from it?" Really? No, that's my shtick there. That's my
right.
You know, that got me from bad health to good health so far, anyway. So, but yeah, I think
you should do what you like and are interested in, because if you're not, it's going to come across as, just blather.
Mm-hmm.
Lance, I saw that George is starting his videos off eating now. I think he had beef stew, and I forget what the other one was.
Yeah,
that I'm not sure about that, but I think the idea of eating it does interest. I think showing it at the beginning and then going through how you make it also makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because part of what Google wants to do now is the intro is, your intro is important in how it's viewed when they're putting it out as suggested videos. So if you have a good intro that holds people attention, that's important.
I went back to Newsbreak, okay, and I showed Dude's Kitchen and Grill. I actually told him about it and a couple other people about it, and I felt kind of slighted from Newsbreak because Dude took off. I mean, Dude's got like 6,000, 7,000 followers on there, okay, and I'm putting stuff up, and it like took a whole weekend from to even get to my stuff. So I wrote a nasty note to him, the whole 9 yards, this and that. So I took all my stuff down. I don't want to bother with you. I think the most money I made on it was $5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So and there again, it's not about that. It's about getting exposure. At the time, I was trying to get to 1,000 and get my watch hours up. Well, I said, you know what? I'm going to go back on it again, just something else to load up. And I went a little bit different with some shorts, but all my old videos. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll remix them, put them up just to draw more traffic to them. I did one of didn't talk in the whole thing. In fact, I muted the whole thing. Okay, it was making the macaroni that I'm going to be making today. I put that up. It's got 5,000 views. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's nationwide, or wherever else it goes.
Right.
So, a diet channel here in Vegas doesn't happen because of so many buffets. So, yeah.
That's a true one.
Yeah. So I put that out there, and it's picking up. So far, it looks like it's working. They're working along a little bit better. Their way of doing things was bad. So I think they might have changed stuff up. But Dude is nailing it, man.
The Dude's one, I talked to the Dude and I talked to Kevin from Man Kitchen Recipes, and they're going to be the first two guests that I have for one-on-ones. Mm-hmm. So now that I think I have the technical part kind of figured out, I get them scheduled, and then I'll put that out, and then hopefully give a little publicity and just have a chat like you and I are doing. I think both of them are very interesting guys with a wide variety of likes and the way that they do their channels and their thought process. I think they're very nice people. And other than that,
I wouldn't be here wasn't for the Dude. That's for sure. Miss J, my neighbor, she put me in touch with Stephen and Jacqueline. Yeah. Also with Kent from Kent. What is his name? Daddy Dutch Barbecue. Uh-huh. And they were all intermingled with the Dude, and the dude picked me up, and I went on a couple lives with him, and it just snowballed from there. And that's what it's all about. If you have I tried at one time to have a set program type of thing, is what we're going to talk about. It goes sideways. It goes sideways quick. So,
what do you mean the set program? Hey, Mike.
look, well, let's talk about this now. Let's talk about that. I think if you go free form and bring up a couple points where people like the dude, okay? Dude enjoys cooking outside. Now, how do you get there?
Right.
Okay. And start that conversation from there.
And his bar, and he put that together. And
yeah, I mean, what promoted all that stuff and why? It's a hobby. Okay. I mean, it's a hobby that you put a camera to and you can get paid from it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So here's my partner right there. It's a Keto-rific journey.
Great. I want to have Mike on too, but I don't want to talk sports with him.
Now, see, me and Mike connected because I was typing in, all this keto stuff when I first started because I was real skeptical about it because I knew I was outside the box from watching other people doing it. So I am not conventional. I don't eat anything out of a box. I don't eat anything from Keto Chow. Anything that says keto, and I stay away from that crap. It's junk. And that's why I'll never get anything from all these different people that sponsor these other shows. Right. I'm not going to do it. Cool. But me and Mike both started that because he liked me, and I went back and subscribed. And every time I put something up, boom, Mike was there. Every time Mike put something up, boom, I was there. So if you got 3 views, and couple
Marie,
a couple comments, okay. And then it just started snowballing, started getting better and better and better. We became friends, talk on the phone, and stuff like that. So I know where he's at. He knows where I'm at. Okay. And now it became to the point where we're getting a little advertising at night from different people that go live and saying, don't forget, watch Wednesday, the Keto Show with Tom and Mike.
Right.
So it's a thing, it's like Regis and Joey Bishop,
Joey Bishop.
Yeah, remember
that? How many
that
people saw Joey Bishop on TV? I guess, maybe Mike had. Lance probably did. I remember.
Sleeper did.
He's of that age.
Yeah.
Brian might be a little too young.
Hey, Lance, did you go get your test done today? Or was it that this week? He's going to give EKG and all that.
So while Lance is after that, Mike, what I've been talking to Tom about is one of the things I want to do in 23 is do more one-on-ones like we're doing right now and just have a conversation, not with any big agenda, but you remember Joe. Well, of course, you're old. But I think it lets your personality a lot out better than saying, hey, did you see my mushroom video? Like,
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just talk about different things, and it lets your personality come out, and you just end up trading ideas, and you trade thoughts, and I just think it works out well, and that's one of the things I want to do in 23 is get some of the people that I know pretty well. And
Charlie, you're a natural with that, okay? Because I've watched all your stuff that you had interviewed people with and everything like that. So to me, I've never interviewed anybody, you know what I mean? And I guess my attention span is me. I'll cook live. I have no problem doing that. I have no problem cutting something up or whatever, okay? But sitting down and getting one-on-one talking with somebody, can get a little dicey for me. I lose interest quick. So yeah, I mean that's. I had a couple people want to know, would I want to come on and explain my version of keto? I said absolutely not. Unless you want to get thrown off YouTube or get a couple strikes, we don't want to do that. So
I guess community guidelines.
Yeah, well, and see, like with somebody like with you, okay, sit down. We have something in common: Italian food. Okay, I cut my teeth on that, and I did it for many years. So yeah, I mean, different stuff that people wouldn't even think about doing. I mean, you could talk to, and that would open up a window of different things for for down the road with. I do everything fresh. I don't buy chopped meat anymore. I don't buy sausage. I make all my own. Okay, and that that's a different way I go with things.
Right.
You know, fresher the better. Now tomorrow the sale goes off. Now tomorrow I'll go back and I'll look for the whole prime rib that they sold for. You know, you need to go get a loan like you were buying a Mercedes or something to buy this, and different cuts of meats that I'll take and I'll cut up into steaks and stuff like that. But that's what seniors and food is going to be like, because I can go in with my phone real quick, take the video, okay, go back, edit up something that's not going to be too much, because they only have 19 subscribers. So in the beginning, it'll be pretty much cut and dry, but it's to build some kind of base on it. You know?
We'll have 20 after we get off the air.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
So let's type.
Don't judge, Charlie. Don't judge.
Seniors, food, and life. Other.
I know Mike's part of it. It's just a different outlet where I can maneuver a little bit better. Not tied down to keto, you know what I mean? And or Maria not tied into to her stories and stuff. Our life, what we do, you know what I mean? I
liked her last one. I'm never drink port again.
Marie, did you hear that? Charlie said he's never going to drink port again after your last. And you know what? Not for nothing, but I mean, I just sit and look at her, stare at her sometimes. I look at my drink. The hell? Why are you being so nice to me, making me drinks?
Well, I mean, anyone could have gone down to my wine cellar and put poison in it. So,
yeah,
no, I'm not doing it anymore.
That's why I'm keeping Investigator Mike with me.
Madwood BBQ in the house.
Terry, hey Terry, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, so I mean, you can open the door pretty wide with what you want, where you want to go with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. With the interviews, and you start off with a couple of great guys right there.
I think it would be fun and interesting, and it's one thing. It's something I want to do. So, you know, I'm sure we'll have fun doing it.
Yeah, heck yeah, yeah. And I see you're knocking on 3,000, huh?
Yeah,
that's good.
I don't know what's going on, but all of a sudden, you know, a lot of people subscribing.
I'm not complaining, but I can't get out of the 1,200 range. I can't. Well, I shouldn't say no more. I go up and down, up and down, up and down. I thought it was probably because of the end of the year, but I'm tired of trying to figure it out. So I just leave it alone.
Well, one of the things I have, man, I'm like you, I'm on Facebook, but I have a pretty wide audience that I think these interviews I'm sending, the people who are on the interview have sent to their networks. And, you know, so there's been this confluence of people checking out what I'm doing. And I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Patty Joe's here?
Yeah.
Where's Patrick?
He must have went to bed.
What time is it, Patrick? Oh, that's probably first thing in the morning, isn't it?
He said he's gonna. I tell you, I love Patrick to death. I tell you,
he is
videos.
He's one I'd be afraid to interview him.
Nah.
It'd go off the rails in about 2 minutes.
Patrick put up some videos. I tell you, it keeps you interested. It really does.
His style it's unique, I would have to say.
And you know what?
He's out walking around the neighborhood, and other times he's, "Hey, folks, how you doing, folks?"
I mean, and the best thing is that he turns. If you try to mimic him, you know exactly that you got it from him. You know what I mean? You know. Yeah.
So Patrick says it's 9:45 in the morning.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Peter. Happy New Year, by the way, Patrick. Happy New Year.
2 days late. They're the 3rd now.
Yeah, he should be into September. I think the time changed there.
He is. Patrick just cracks me up, and he did fake haggis.
I watched
the other day.
Yeah, I watched it. Just with the music, and
if you look at the ingredients, you go, "Well, that looks pretty good."
And then he made the sauce with scotch.
Yes.
I sat straight up, looking. You know what? I enjoy cooking with booze. I really do. Mike, my partner brought up, he made a vodka sauce. Okay, that's something that had died out for a while. Hardly anybody makes it anymore.
Right.
A lot of Italian restaurants you go to don't have it anymore. But what I used to do, I used to take the bottle. I would take some out. I didn't throw it away, that's for sure. And then I would take a pepperoncini and throw it into the bottle.
Uh-huh.
And I let that sit overnight. And then the next day I would make vodka sauce on the fly. Okay. But instead of using cream, I used ricotta. I would mix the ricotta cheese into it and then put that over penne or rigatoni and send it out like that. But heck yeah. When Mike brought that up, it's wow. Yeah, me too, Patrick, but I got to be careful.
Oh, Patrick cracks me up. I mean, he is truly one of the people that when he has a video, it will be interesting, it will be fun, it will be somewhere that you were not expecting to go. Almost every single one. They're fabulous.
Here's where me and Patrick sometimes we go at each other. Okay, Patrick can cook.
Yeah.
And I can't cook. No, I can't cook. No, he can cook. Okay, and I did that one with the lamb, and I was like ecstatic when I found the lamb. Holy crap! I didn't need a car loan to go get a piece of lamb, so I did the lamb, and I said I called him and Jonesy out because they can get it pretty much regularly down, where they live. And that's the thing I don't understand. Okay, why it's so expensive here, but anyway,
it's not cheap.
No, but he can cook. He comes up with some different ideas. I mean, wow. And there again, I met him through the dude.
I think that's where I saw him too. Is on one of the dudes when he was going live on, I think, Friday nights, and Patrick was on the panel. I said, well, that guy's pretty funny. And
then we did Patty Joe Beer.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then, see, that's the thing you got to ask dude when he comes on. How do you come up with that? Okay. So everybody else makes stickers. Okay. Everybody else I got my new stickers. Everybody else makes stickers. The dude made koozies and glasses. One with Patty Joe Beer on it and a glass. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Patrick says he pays a chef to do all the cooking for him. Well, that's good. That's smart thinking.
What's the hourly rate there, buddy? I might get on a boat.
Does the monetization pay for the chef? That's what I'd want to know.
Patrick, my one and only thing that anybody ever sent me, any kind of company ever sent me, was wooden spoons. I looked at Maria. I said, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? Wouldn't. But then I thought about it. Hold on a minute. These people took the time, seek me out, watch one or something, and send me out free spoons. So the first video I did on it, I was joking around with it. And I made a joke out of it. Okay, and then I thought about it, and I said, no, that's not right. I got to make this better. So I did another one. Well, me and Patrick's been going back and forth about. Patrick wants a set of spoons. I said, well, you live in friggin' Australia, and by the time I send it out to you, you won't get them until 2029. But that's my thing this year. He's getting a set of spoons, that's for sure.
Patrick, would you like some rubber spatulas? Because I got a bunch of those from some company. Multicolored rubber spatulas.
I seen that, but that cracked me up.
Oh, man.
Well, see, that's the thing, though, Charlie. I mean, that's not what I'm in it for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just, all of a sudden, my grandson was the one that started me, and Miss J around the corner. Hey, Pop, you should make a video. You cook. Okay. Well, the first one we did, and it just was, wow. And I said, let me try one by myself, and then with the cameras and stuff, so. Okay, Pat. Okay, that's no problem.
That's only 2 elections from now.
Yeah, I don't think I can make it.
So you tell me your grandson or your son? Grandson.
My grandson.
Yeah.
Hey, Pop. So he did all the filming and stuff like that, and he showed me with the editing. So I thought it was going to be a piece of cake until I started doing it myself. What the hell is going on here? Yeah, I can't say that. Marie says, ooh, you can't even make bloopers. Bloopers are going to be rated X.
You can edit the sound to As long as they're lip readers.
I didn't know how to edit.
Wow. Well, that is a problem.
Yeah. So yeah, I came a long way. You know what? I'm enjoying it. Really, I'm enjoying people like you. You know, Patrick, everybody. It's great.
One of the things that the people who send me stuff on both of my website and on YouTube, I will put unpaid by the following companies and list them and their websites. And you know, if someone wants to check on them, great. If not, I don't want to be paid by them.
Yeah,
but I'm going to list. They took the time, as you said, to seek me out, send me something. I'll give them a plug. I don't care.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I mean, the one I did, I was singing into the
wooden spoons.
Yeah. Strangers in the night. Hey, you know what I wanted to talk to you about too? You were talking about Houston's in Georgetown.
Yep.
I used to get down back early 80s. I used to get down into Georgetown quite a bit. And I knew people that were down in Foggy Bottom.
Where?
In Foggy Bottom.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So now, when I used to stay at the Mulberry House, and then the other place, the Georgetown Inn, I think it was.
Yeah.
George
on Wisconsin Avenue.
Yeah, Georgetown
Inn's on Wisconsin Avenue.
Okay, and right around the corner from there was the Blue Note.
Oh, sure.
The jazz club.
Sure. In the alley, right?
Yeah. Quick story. Okay. I'm in there one afternoon. It was like noontime. And nobody in the place. So they had not in the Blue Note, but in the Georgetown. And I go into the bar. And I stand scotch on the rocks. And this guy on the other end of the bar. And I'm looking. I'm saying, man, that guy looks familiar. Okay. It's Tony Bennett. All right. Well, he gets up, moves his drink over, comes pretty close to me. I'm sitting there. How you doing? Talking back and forth. And that's his. He's 90s. He's in his real high 90s now. But he was just married to this younger woman, and they had the little girl.
Right.
Okay. Little girl's got to be 40 now, I guess, or close to it, whatever. In that realm. Well, he says to me, we're talking back and forth. It wasn't nothing, oh, Mr. Bennett, none of that crap. And he says to me, hey, he says, you want to come to the show tonight? He says, I got tickets here. And I said, geez, I'm not going to be here. I said, I'm leaving in a little while, and I'm not going to be here and this and that. He said, you're the first guy ever turned down tickets. He said, I like you. We talk back and forth. I get out, get in the elevator, go back to my room, going to pack and get ready to head out. I just turned down tickets from Tony Bennett going to the famous Blue Note in Georgetown. Yeah, pretty funny though.
Tony Bennett. Yeah, well, my dad's restaurant. He's on the Channel House, which is in the Watergate. In the 60s, but I have autographs from a bunch of famous players and Mickey Mantle, places like that. But the best one I had was Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. I wasn't there. I was a Ute at the time. But that's the kind of people that it was called the Channel House. It was the bottom floor of the Watergate. And people would just come in. They had like 8-foot ceilings. It was this little dark, dank. It wasn't dank. It was dark, wood paneling, cherry colored. And so Sinatra and Dean Martin apparently had a show somewhere. I couldn't have been the Kennedy Center. I don't think it was open then. But that was my brush with greatness when I was sleeping at my bed, 15 miles away.
Charlie, now help me out here. Now there was a place. As soon as you come off getting into Georgetown on M, coming in, there was a restaurant and bar right on. As soon as you started getting
Wisconsin and M.
I think so.
Well, Clyde's was on M Street.
All the politicians would hang out in there.
I know what you're talking about, and it closed. Not the Pall Mall.
Boy, I tell you,
Hey, Allie, what was the name of the bar, Wisconsin and M, on the corner that closed?
It was pretty famous.
right there on the start with a P, I think. I can't. I'll think of it, but yeah, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I stopped in there one time, and it was pretty dark, I guess, because I guess who would hang out in there. But at the end table at the end was Teddy Kennedy sitting there.
That's shocking.
Yeah, I said, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
being an Irishman, I said, "Holy crap!" But it was pretty famous. That they said that's where most of them would go and hang out. Drinks were ridiculous. That's the price back then, but
yeah, it was the place to be and be seen because it was right there, Wisconsin M, as they crossed.
I can't think of the name of it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I only lived there 40 years. Why should I remember it?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, and then when I used to stay at the Marbury House, it was nice because the Marbury House downstairs, all the rooms had a different facade out front. So one would look like a little cottage and stuff like that for the rooms.
Uh-huh.
But out front of there was a guy out there and always wore a hat, black dude, and he'd sell cookies. Okay. And right on the other side of him was a guy who sold gelato. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. So looking at the guy, and I'm saying, damn, that guy looks familiar. It's Famous Amos selling his cookies out in front of the Marlboro House. I said, look at this. Look at this. The gelato was to die for. See, you try to get rid of the cravings, you tell me, we're doing keto, but
no keto back then. Was it Nathan's? Nathan's was on the corner, right?
It might have been. I'm trying to think.
It was
like you said, the place to be. It was always packed. But 805. Yeah, what's up, brother? George is in the house. 805. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah,
George, good to see you. We were just talking, George, about your eating at the beginning for your beef stew. Talking about eating your meal and if that's important in your videos. And we've decided that it's something you should probably do.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. I had a couple.
So Patty Joe may subscribe to your channel in 2029 also.
I hope so. Well, I tell you, that would be a big get. That would be a big get.
It was. Oh my.
It is. You look up, go in the dictionary and look up ball buster, okay? And Patty Joe's picture come right up.
Oh my. Yeah.
Pretty funny. Yeah, so Charlie, when do you think you're going to kick off your I would, what I would do? I would do a trial run first. I would try a couple different ways. Now, when you click on StreamYard and you go up and you put on a recording, okay, it doesn't publish. It doesn't get published until you share it. So you can look at it, listen to the sounds and stuff like that, and you can delete it. It doesn't go up on it at all. But then you can.
I was looking at some of the settings, and
it's StreamYard's way of, I guess like a premiere you would do on YouTube.
Right.
So it might work. It might work real well for you. Try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna. So I got a bunch of stuff that I want to do, and that's one of them. And the live cooking is. I'm curious to see yours because I already told you that's one of the ideas I'm going to steal from you.
Yeah, I got a couple things, and like I said, I got to get a hold of Chef. We're supposed to do one on the 5th, and if you can't do it, it's not a bit.
Not Chadwick's now.
And see how we're going to do that, and it's not a big deal if you can't, So, but probably mid month I'm gonna do it. And whatever it takes, that's go up. And
now, have you worked out the details on the olive oil collab yet?
That's the next thing that I was going to do. I'm going to be sending out a little deal for the Olive Oil Club.
Ginger and I have talked about that a few times, and I think she's real excited about it.
Yeah, and what I'm going to do is, as we do it as all together type of thing, and then what I'll do is at the end I'll be giving more olive oils away this year, to other people and stuff like that. As long as Marie keeps, she said, you keep drinking the wine, I'll keep painting them. I got to go get my liver checked. See how we do with it.
She's not painting Chianti bottles. Are they putting Chianti in 750 milliliter bottles?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
So for everybody online, one of the things that we're talking about for 2023 is doing some live one-on-ones. And I think just about everybody here on the list is someone I'd want to talk to one-on-one. So I'll get in touch with you here and there, the email or Facebook or somewhere, and then talk about specifics. But I think just as Tom and I are doing, we're just chatting. We're just talking about things in our lives and things that are important. We're not talking about specific videos that we did and, this and that, because that's not what it is interesting to me. The person is interesting to me, and that's what I want to get a little more depth into. Some of you guys,
like the last video I did was like this is a busy month for a channel like mine, as far as for people making New Year's resolutions. Okay, trying to start a diet, whatever. Okay, and what I did was I put up some of my past videos. Yeah, check these out. These will help you. And I'm not forcing anybody to do it, but that's what it was, and I got a pretty good response from it. I don't know if everybody was just too drunk to.
Well, that's great. Well, I'm looking forward to 2023. I think all of us have improved in how we put things together, how we nuance some of the stuff that goes out on our channels. And I think everybody, that I'm looking at on this list, except for Patrick, does a really good job of, putting their stuff together. I'm kidding, Patrick, because I love what you do.
Yeah.
But it's the quality of the content to me, from some of the people that we see on this list here is outstanding. And I think they should be celebrated and to some extent, and then let their personality come out a little bit so you can see. Yeah. Like I said, I'd be afraid about Patrick. I'm just not, I don't know if I want to unleash his personality.
Patrick might surprise you though, Charlie.
No, Patrick is aces with me, and he knows that.
Yes, he is.
He's a good one. He's the one.
And then also like Lance. Okay, Lance got some tricks up his sleeves too. They're quite about. Okay, bearded Italian. Okay, and Brian.
He's an interesting guy. Besides being Italian, which of course puts him towards the top of the list. Playing his trumpet and. It's just the musical talent. We should have start a YouTube band.
That's what I said.
Yeah, because there's people out there. There are trumpet master and Brian and you and
Lance can dance though.
Lance
got some moves, man.
Well, Lance will be the front man then.
Yeah, Lance is like that Caddyshack, that little gopher that dances.
Lance, can you sing? Because then you can be the lead and the.
But even like George, I tell George all the time, don't sell yourself short, man. It's not easy to cook over an open flame. Number one, okay, right. And he's got skills. Okay, he's got the passion. Okay, I said I would be very proud to have me and you cook alongside each other. Okay, and even in a restaurant setting, because that's what it takes. It takes that passion to put stuff out, each one the same way. You know what I mean? And that's right. And if just to cook one item, okay, and put it out, take a picture of it. So, don't that look nice? Do that all night long. Do 125 of them all night long with that same passion. That's right. The kick. That's the kicker.
What was that? Who was the song from the 70s? I can't dance. I can dance.
Mm-hmm. Leo Sayer.
What is it? Leo Sayer? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. Meg has got Leo Sayer channeling Leo Sayer. Said Lance can dance.
Yep.
Okay.
So Charlie, what do you make besides? I mean, with Italian food and stuff like that. Other than Italian food, what's your favorite? What's your favorite food?
I like Asian food. I like the flavor combinations that you can put together with sesame oil and soy sauce, and then your peppers and the spices that are inherent within and just the general overview of Asian. Then you've got Indian, you've got the Korean, Japan Peninsula, where that's different than Chinese, obviously. So that there's so many different sauces that any protein goes with the sauce. So you can pretty much make anything. I do enjoy that. When I had a grill, I like to grill. I do have a grill. It's downstairs outside the community room. But it's not as convenient as walking out your back door. I do like these and what I call a salad for carnivores, where you basically have a salad and then you have a hunk of meat on top of it. Mm-hmm. Chicken, fish, steak, and then you have an interesting salad on the outside. Steamed green beans, asparagus, peppers, onions, you just name it, avocado. And then you can make your own. The presentation is beautiful. And then you can just make your own, whatever you like within the salad. I like making vegetarian meals. The Instant Pot fascinates me because you can take a bag of beans and have a great soup in a half an hour.
Oh, yeah.
I just like experimenting, and like we made chili for New Year's Day, and having lived in Cincinnati for 15 years, I like Cincinnati chili, which is a sweeter, cinnamon. I don't put cocoa in it, but it's a different flavor palette than regular chili.
It's almost a take on mole, also.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got without being cooked that long. Beans in chili or not?
Yes. Okay. And but the Cincinnati chili is served. There's two competing chains, Gold Star and Skyline, and they both serve exactly the same thing. But you get a 5-way. This is what 5-way is: chili, spaghetti, beans, onions, cheese.
Yep.
And yeah, so in the 5-way, the beans are not in the chili, but once you swirl it around, it's in the chili. So yeah, I make it the way we make it is with the beans in.
Right up the street from my house here is an Italian place called. Here's the strange part. Okay, it's called Giuseppe's. Okay, and Giuseppe's has an open concept kitchen. They have a couple outdoor seating area, and then the big attraction is inside the bar, and they have slot machines in the bar. Okay, and they're open 24/7.
Right.
The menu is 24/7. So you get stuff from breakfast right up, but they're out of Cincinnati. So it's a Cincinnati tomato sauce.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a darker sauce. Okay. Pros and cons to it. But I tell you what, they make some great food. All right. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do like it. I said, well, you got to understand where they're coming from, with the sauce and stuff like that. Because It is darker. It does have a deeper taste to it. So a lot of people say, this is old sauce. No, not really.
The chili purists hate Cincinnati chili.
Yeah.
Patrick, do they have Skylines in Australia, Patrick, or you just get the frozen kind? I don't think I know they serve frozen. The Skyline packages frozen throughout the country. I'm not sure it gets to Australia unless he's ordering it off the internet.
Patrick has a store over there. I think what was it? USA store, I think it's called.
Oh yeah, I've seen him go shopping in there.
He did a video. Holy crap! I mean, I don't know what the exchange is, but holy crap! Some of the prices are like Fruit Loops or something. But yeah, there's out here. There's a total different, just like in New York or in DC. You have all the different ethnic places. Out here, a lot of Hawaiian, a lot of Oriental, I guess, infused food and stuff like that. Korean, stuff like that. So I like to dabble a little bit with that kind of stuff. I like to cook at home, force a habit, just some things die hard, So but I like to watch other people's channels, like what the last soup that George made. I'm very interested in that. Okay, I will go back and watch that again. What he put into it. And there's quite a few out there that I'll go back and watch and get different ideas. So,
absolutely. I've said that a million times. That's the inspiration that you get from watching people is amazing because everyone's doing a little bit something different. And like I was talking about with Mike and putting in the avocado in, which you also do, it's just never heard of it, never thought of it. I said, it makes so much sense. And I love avocado.
Yeah, so that's why I'm getting a dehydrator, and I'm gonna start dehydrating some vegetables and stuff like that, stuff that I normally cook with, and use that in the different soups and stuff. Everybody puts the chicken in there and what's it bouillon something I can't remember. But I can beyond bouillon, but I can make my own.
Yeah.
Okay, make the chicken soup and dehydrate it down. And make your own, make it a little bit, enhance it a little bit more. So that's what my theme is going to be this year a little bit. Make my own rub, not per se make my own rubs, but making my own garlic powder, granulated garlic, stuff like that from scratch. Right. I'll give that a shot. There's a process to it, but it has.
You do that in a dehydrator?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my neighbor gave me some to taste, and I'll tell you what, you could tell the big difference.
If you want to laugh, just look at that 5 minutes and see what Patrick's written.
I keep telling him to run a cargo ship. Okay, that's why he'll get him 2029.
They're coming with the rubber spatulas, Patrick.
Yeah, we'll have to combine our sources, Charlie. Send them spatulas and spoons. Hey, that sounds like a band. Spatulas and spoons.
There you go. That's your YouTube band. You and Brian, Lance out as the front man.
Yeah.
Trumpeter, Trump Master. Is it Trumpet Master, right?
Yeah, Trumpet Master. Yeah. I have never seen him play. I've seen Brian play. Brian also plays guitar. Brian is very well with the guitar, not just a normal.
So going back to our multiple YouTubes, so he could record himself on StreamYard on the guitar and then come back and play the trumpet live, and then we can just we got it.
Yeah. I when you do your overdubbing on stuff, do you use a specific program for it? I use Audacity.
I use DaVinci Resolve.
Okay.
It's a memory hog. It's huge.
Yeah, because you can do your own. You can do your own audio on there also. You don't have to go to an outside one.
Yeah, it's. I had to get someone to help me to figure out how to do it because it's not intuitive. But I have done it a few times, and I'm going to do it a few more. But as you point out, it's easier to cook and not have to edit what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And then throw your words in there.
Yeah, you can concentrate on just with the camera on there, go about your business cooking, and then once I sit down, I can watch it. I put it all together, and I'll add a little bit of music to it. Thank you for that music too. Also, that was fantastic. And then I'll watch it 2 or 3 times, and I'll try to get a rhythm going to where. Yeah.
I told my buddy whose band it was. I said, I sent your I sent your music over. So he said, so am I getting royalties from this? I said, you can't find that music anywhere. I'm the only one who has a CD. So, stop it.
The royalty will be, I got a good friend of mine out here, Stevie Dunham. He's just sent me over a couple stuff. It's almost like doo-wop stuff, oldies that I'm gonna try to incorporate into some stuff. He says, "Hey, don't worry about the royalties." I said,
"Don't worry.
At my channel, you don't have to worry about it." I said, "How do you split 2 cents? 2.5 cents?"
So George says he's doing Taco Tuesdays.
Ah, good, very good.
Who else does? Somebody else does Taco Tuesday. I know it's
dude used to do it.
Yeah, dude used to do it, and there's a woman, not Mama Ray Ray. I'll have to think of it. But she does it. But what she does is she goes and turns on the camera, and then she walks in, and she's about 20 feet away. The camera doesn't move. And she makes it and then she eats it. But it's always, so I was, nice, very nice. It's going to be live on Tuesday night. So he's making the tacos live. Is that what I'm understanding?
This year I'll be starting something new, Taco Tuesday.
Is that right, George? Is that the queen of the mysteries? Italian Happy New Year's, my brother. Thank you.
I don't think he said live. So he's going to try.
Madwood did. So I'll be going live on Tuesday nights. Okay. I misread that. I saw that it'll be going live. I'll be going. Okay, gotcha.
What's Madwood doing? Terry, what are you going to do? Just chit chat or?
George, Marie and I are Italian also. So are you wishing the bearded Italian Happy New Year? Or are you wishing all Italians Happy New Year?
Probably bearded.
We don't want to be slighted.
I'll go over like a fart in church.
Chit chat. Both. Okay. Thank you, George.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap up here. I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna be getting in touch with people along the way to come on one-on-one and do like Tom and I did. I have no idea what kind of schedule will be or when or what.
It'll be fun.
I'm not that good.
Yeah.
Tom, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your stuff as always, and some of your technical stuff. It helps. I do appreciate it. And I'm going to try to incorporate them. So when I do go live and after I've stolen more of your ideas, then the good idea is what I'm doing.
Hey, everybody but Patrick, look out for them spoons out there, okay?
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. And we'll see you along.
G'day, mate.
Good night. All right, guys. See y'all. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.